Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today I'm setting up the new Happy Life Folio from the Happy Planner. This is available now. So I'll put the link down below. You can go grab it from the link down below. There are 3 different color options and I don't know how fast they'll go. So if you love this as we flip through it, make sure you grab it quick. This is the kind of neutral beige one, but it comes with this beautiful bright elastic on it. There is also a pink one that is, I believe it's pink with a pink band, and then there's a brown one that has a colorful band, not neon like this, but a different color than the brown. So you can go check those out. I did add these 2 charms already. I got them at Paper World when I went to the Stationery Expo recently. So I just thought these bright colors worked beautifully with the bright. All right, so we have Happy Planner here on the back. Then when you open it, it says Plan a Happy Life. Look at that. And then it is like your standard traveler's notebook, but it has some extra stuff at the front. So we've got this slide-in pocket, and then we've got a zippered pocket. And just like a traveler's notebook, any of these things you can move around, you can take out, you can add other things as long as they can slip into one of these bands. And then we've got a set of pockets with some stickers. We'll be using some of these in a minute because we're going to be setting this up for the month of July. I'm posting this on July 15th, but I'm setting this up on June 30th so that I can use it this month. So you won't see this for a little while, but it's time to set it up. So we've got the month, we've got some icons, we've got some dates, we have some dot stickers. Then these are tabs. I'm going to put them on this later in the video. So we're going to use all these. We have some pockets to add stickers or things that I want to keep in here. Then we've got a planner. And we know all this setup. If you used disc-bound Happy Planners, you know this look. It skips a bunch of stuff because it has to fit into here. So it skips your year at a glance pages and it goes straight into a monthly. And then it doesn't have any excess. There's no weekly pages or daily pages or things like that. You just have a few things. You have a big to-do list, an intention. You can highlight which month you're in. Then you have a notes page, double-sided, and then your currently stuff, as well as a notes page. So let me just go back to the back really quick. I wonder. So we've got a month with this stuff, and then a currently page, and then blank pages. So this currently page goes with this month. So it's all in one. And then here's the start of the month. Okay, got it. So we've got the planner, and then we've got a blank dot grid journal notebook. So it's just standard dots and lots of pages of that. We've got a pen loop, and that's it. So we are going to set this up today. Of course, we're going to build a Dutch door because that's kind of what I do. We're going to set up for the month and just talk through how I'm going to use this. This is going to be my work setup for this month. I have, let's see, I have my creative journal, which is my diary that I'm currently using. I have my wellness bullet journal, we'll call it, since now I have 2 bullet journals. We'll call that my wellness bullet journal, and that has like my habit trackers and my mood tracker and gratitude log and like all the wellness type things. And then I have another bullet journal that I'm starting this month that I wrote all my kids' activities in and schedules and home tasks and all that stuff. And then this seems great for work because I can keep track of like YouTube and stuff. I can have my to-do list, which I don't necessarily keep a regular schedule, especially in summer. We've got camp one week, no camp the next week, you know, half day camp, full day camp, like all these weird scheduling changes. And so I just kind of have been making lists. I haven't been following like I'm going to work from 9 to 5 and get these things done every day. So I feel like this might be a good fit. And then all my ideas or just random thoughts can go back here. So we're going to try that out. But first, eventually, I'm going to make a little page insert here that can fit in and decorate it and make it all cool. But since I got this at Paper World and I just got back from Paper World, I know I want those 2 things to be part of this. So I'm gonna just stick them in there for now. I will load this up with other things as I come up with ideas of what to keep in here, but we are going to set this up. I never decorate the name page until later, so because I always forget. So let's just go ahead and decorate it right now. I am looking at stickers, alpha basics, or decorative alpha. Let's do decorative alpha. This one's from Keleva Plan. Let's pick an alphabet that, these are cute. These are like stitched. Okay, we're using this. And we just have to go with whatever color the letters are, because there's only one color option per letter. So we've got blue and purple and red, and we'll decorate this out in a minute, but at least I got my name in there. Okay, put that away. And actually, while we're working in this, because we are going to make a Dutch door, the cool thing is that I can just pull out the whole thing if I need to. So we'll just go ahead and do that and get started. And these nice thin notebooks, you can kind of bend back to lay flat. I don't need to do a clippy on it or anything. Should I put these on? I think I should. These are tabs for the top of this. So this is the first page. So I want to put it on this one, right? So that I can pull it from here and it opens to the month. But if I'm doing this, I want January over here and to work my way over. How many can fit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll try for 6 and then repeat it. So I want this to go, let's go this way so I can see right where it is. I want it to go right up to the edge. Let's see how easy this is. We're testing it for y'all. Okay, so it's like that. Turn it over and we're gonna fold it. And try to fold it so that it folds perfectly into a little tab. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna set all these up because we're just setting up the whole notebook. I'm gonna set up the monthly and then set up a Dutch door on this page because it's perfectly set up for that. So, January. And we're just gonna lay this out so I can kind of see where I want a little bit of space. I may not line this up perfectly, but we're just gonna go with it and do it. And I'm winging it. I'm not gonna measure it out to make sure the spacing's perfect. Okay. Oh my, you guys were yelling at me on screen. We're not on January, we're on July. Okay, here we go. Nice thick stickers, easy to move. I don't take my mistakes off camera typically because I love to show that I'm human, I'm learning. As we create, we're always figuring things out and we're improving. So here's my mistake of the day. But I figured it out and someone had caught it on screen. I'm sure someone already commented down below saying, hey, July, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, there are 12 months in this thing. And even if I had messed it up, they give us double the tabs. So that's great. And so it comes with these 2 notebooks, but any notebook that is an A5 size like this little thin style of notebook that's made for traveler's journals will work in it. So you can buy any that you like to use. You don't need to use the ones that they have. So like if you use it up, you can replace it. Now I don't know what's to come. They don't have extras like this. They did have old like little mini notebooks like this. I don't know if any of those are still on the site. That was years ago. But who knows what's to come. But you can add in your own notebooks that are A5 sized, because this is an A5 little traveler's journal folio thing. And do whatever you want with it. I think it's so cool that they're expanding and going into this format. I've been in notebooks for a while, but I started with just a decorative planner, and then I had a planner that I used as my journal, and then eventually I went into notebooks for my journal. So that was kind of my progression. So having a traveler's journal was something that I had been considering trying, and now I really get to try it with a Happy Planner product, which is awesome. Okay. Here we go. I'm trying to just make sure I line these up as good as possible so I don't have that much extra like sticker hanging over either side. Okay. I don't really know how my spacing is, but again, we're winging it. I'm gonna need to be a little bit over to make room for December right on the end. And I can't forget that I have the 2 stickers that I already peeled that are sitting on the edge of my desk. That'll do. Okay. And then December is going to go right all the way up to the edge. So I think that one's a little bit closer than the others. Not too bad. I will accept it. Okay, now I'm going to try to line up January through June so they match where these ones are. But wait. Oh my God, you guys were telling me this is not the place for this one. I have to tell you guys, mostly when I make mistakes, it's because I'm chatting with you guys at the same time. And it's really hard to concentrate on what I'm doing while also thinking about what I'm saying. It is actually like pretty difficult, which is why sometimes as I'm talking, you'll hear the ums or the pauses as my brain catches up to what I'm trying to say while also doing task on screen. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Okay, so now we've got that and we can go. Okay, now that I made that mistake, I'm just going to look. August is on the calendar. September's on the calendar. October's on a calendar. November's on a calendar. December's on a calendar. Great. Okay. Now we come back here to our January and try to line it up somewhat where July is. All right, here we go. There was January. I'm going on to February and lining it up under August. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I need to grab some more of these. Okay. So you don't need to use these. I just think it's cool they included them and I wanted to test them out. If they aren't something that you love or you want to create your own, you totally could. But I like the tabs. They're kind of fun. Just a little extra pop-up on it. Okay, so we did March. Here's April. I'm gonna shift it a little bit just with where it is for lining it up along the edge perfectly. Okay. May. May is gonna go right here. Then June is easy because we know it's right all the way up to the edge. Oh, that's not even. There we go. Okay. Last one, I believe. Yeah, last one. Make sure I somehow counted right. Oh, wait. On this side. Wait. There we go. Just trying to figure out where I was putting it. Again, hard to concentrate while I'm also talking to you. Okay. There we go. So we got that set up. We're going to decorate our monthly. I'm going to leave it without like boxes and things on it because these are smaller boxes. But I am going to number it and then decorate around it. So let me look up what our starting day is. So I should have known today is Tuesday. It's July 30th. So that means tomorrow, July 1st, is Wednesday. I definitely should have known, but that's all right. So I'm just going to line them up and get it numbered. You could also, it's faster to write the numbers if you don't care about it looking nice and even with, you know, printed text. But we're going to use these because we have them. And we're just going to lay this all out. All right, July has 31 days, so that's what we'll do. And then I'm going to use, since I got this from Happy Planner at Paper World, they brought it for me there. I have a lot of stuff that I got from Paper World. I posted a video on June 29th about the experience at Paper World. So if you want to see everything that I purchased and received and more about the event and what it is, go check it out because they have Paper World expos at many different locations. So there was one in Anaheim, that was the first. Seattle was second. They are going to 2 more locations this year, and they just announced the Paper World Planner Conference, which will be back in Anaheim next year. But go check it out, see if there's any locations near you, because it was really fun. It was a great chance to meet favorite brands in person. It was a great chance to discover new brands and meet up with planner friends, go to workshops, get inspired. Just super fun. So anyways, I am going to use stickers that my friend Kylie from Kiwi Crafts Co. gave me for this page. They're all Seattle stickers, which I love. And then since it's summer on the next page, I thought these, while they aren't summer stickers, these ones are, but these ones aren't summer stickers. All the colors kind of went together and they're bright and happy. And most of those stickers look like they work pretty well for Dutch doors. So this is from Angel and Hair, or Angel Hair, like hair like the rabbit. So I'm going to use those for the Dutch doors that we're about to do. And just really fun. This is different than my normal journals, of course, because I normally go with 160 GSM paper in a hardbound notebook. This is a traveler's notebook, so I can pull it out. It's kind of bendable. And the paper, it's not 160 GSM, but it's not like copy paper. It's a little thicker than that. So I won't have to press as hard on my gyro cut when cutting the Dutch doors. So that's a bonus. All right, we got our numbers. So Kylie had this whole thing. This is her handle, Kiwi Crafts Co. Crafts with a K and a Z. And she has kiwicraftsco.com. But she had this whole Hello Seattle kit. And specifically, I want to use this giant Space Needle sticker over here. because it looks really fun. I don't know exactly how much tree this is going to take up. Maybe, I think I'm going to put it like, hey, come back. Also, her sticker paper is so soft. It feels really nice. I'm trying to get this right next to the 26 right there. So it's as high as I can go, but leaving a little bit of space if I need to write on that. Because this is where I'm going to write down like my YouTube and social media schedule and stuff. Okay. All right, scissors. Here we go. So I just really wanted to use that big sticker, so we're going to decorate the rest of the spread based on that. And so, not all who wander are lost. Some are just looking for coffee shops. That's always me. We're not going to do some boxes or washi tape right now. I'm going to use some highlighter in here as I figure out the stuff. There's some boxes. And we are just going to kind of everything. All right, so I love these books. Rainy Day Reads, Coffee and Chapters, Slow Mornings, Pacific Northwest Dreams. Okay, so what I want to do is use this umbrella over the Space Needle. Get some more pink in there. We'll trim everything at the end now. Let's add a candle. I think that's going to fit nicely here. And I want to do the fairy rides and feelings because I love the little fairy sticker. And I love the book sticker. So we're going to put the book in. We're just kind of collaging across everything. I think espresso first, eye contact later. We're putting that one in for sure. And then I think we're just going to get some of these smaller fluff pieces to fill it. Let's put a heart down there. A bit of a flower here. We can trim it and put some over here if we need. And then a heart. No, I want... Okay. Let's do this one like that. And yeah, put the heart here. Okay, we're going to trim that to get these flowers if we need them. But we got fairy rides. I like the overcast, but still cute. I like the rain boots. It does, we have a lot of green right there. It would be nice to put something else green in there. What about the Seattle Wah? Like that. And a little bow to bring some pink over. And let's grab this floral. So I'm not highlighting anything yet because I don't know my YouTube schedule yet or post schedule. I would highlight and then write down what's happening that day. So I will be doing that as I plan out my schedule, which it's June 30th and I haven't yet. So right now I'm kind of winging it. But as soon as I have this done, I won't be winging it anymore. I will have my plan. But just decorating here, because that's the space that we've got in this new planner from Happy Planner. You can also always decorate the other two sides. If you want to make a full kind of frame collage, you can go through here. You'd have very tiny stickers over here. I'm not going to do that today. I think this is plenty of decoration. All right, so thank you, Kylie, for sending these, giving me these stickers, these Seattle stickers. So we're going to put those aside now. And we are going to move on to our Dutch door, which again is this whole area. There's 2 pages, front and back, so 4 total pages in this. We've got a to-do list, our intention, some blank notes pages, our currently section, and more blank space. So we are just going to white out this happy little things right here. And then we're just going to go for it. And the Dutch door isn't going to be too big. It's not going to be like all the way in here. This is a very functional notebook, but if there's a space for a Dutch door, I just can't resist, of course. So we're going to look like these two look the same in terms of their angles. So I think that'll work. And we're just going to start it here. And we're going to kind of grab different things. Like these two look like they'll be pretty good, or these two would be great. Let's go with the purple. And I'm just going to rotate one from each and go down like that. So looking at things that are very similar, they're not perfectly symmetrical, but like these two are pretty good. These are both Nautilus shells. These look very similar, and so on. So we're just going to pick what might be best and work our way down. Okay. Not everything will be perfect, and I have to try to remember what I'm saving. Like I'm saving that one. This one matches. These ones are both facing that way. This one might match pretty well. It's a little smaller, but would fit pretty well. Let's just go for it. Okay. Then another star. Let's do a little set of stars, actually, just because we've got these tiny ones too. And, oh, that's another yellow. Let's not do another yellow. Let's do one of these ones, purpley. So there's our little star cluster here. And then these are pretty similar. Let's go with 2 shells this time. I'm trying to give it some variation in what's happening. So I am making different angles and putting them down and stuff like that. See, it's time for one of these. So we are going to use, that one is going to be close enough. And then this one. So what about using, both of these are facing that way. What about choosing one that faces this way? These two look very similar. Oh, but this one is the same color as that. Let's use the green one so we can just have some different colors on this page. Oh no. We're going to fix it. We can stick them back together. That just completely ripped in half, didn't it? Okay, we can always fix it. There we go. Good enough. All right, back to the stars. All right, these two look similarly sized, so let's grab one of those. Those two look the same, so we'll grab one of those, and then shell time. So this one's taken, and this one's taken. Let's do a Nautilus shell. We need some more pink down here. So we'll go that way. And then let's use these. Let's do the beige one. Very cool. Okay, we're gonna cut this and then we're gonna move on to the back side before we decorate the other 2 pages. All right, so this is an A5 cutting mat, so it just barely fits with this. And my gyro cut is upstairs. I'm gonna go get it. All right, I found it. I had taken it to Paper World, so it was in my pen case, and I just hadn't needed it since then. Okay, this is a thinner paper, so I'm gonna make sure it's nicely down on the cutting mat. I need a little extra space right here. So it is thinner paper than my 160 GSM notebooks, so I don't need to cut as hard. Let's just see how I'm doing so far. Yeah, that's plenty of pressure. So when you're using your gyro cut, make sure you're adjusting pressure as needed. If you're cutting like washi paper, that's going to be a lot less pressure needed than cutting thick cardstock or 160 GSM paper. This is somewhere in the middle. So just practice with different pressures. But there we go. All right, so again, these are from Angel Hair, angelandhair.com. So yeah, super cute. Many of the sellers at the Paper World Expo are, you know, those hand-drawn artists, and it's so cool seeing all their styles. You guys know I love hand-drawn art, seeing as my art is hand-drawn as well. So it was just so fun seeing everything. Okay, since I'm just holding this, we're just going to go for getting all the matching stickers from one sheet at a time. I think it'll save us a little bit of time. So we got that one, and then we need to figure out which one was going to be that. Was it going to be this one? Or was it going to be... Nope, not that one. Was it going to be this? Which one do I think will fit better? That or that? That's the cool thing about these sheets. I think this one's going to be better. These sheets are clear, so you can flip them over and line them up perfectly before you pick them up. Which, that's kind of fun. Okay. So now let's do stars. That'll work. Ah! Throwing my paper. There's one. We have our little star cluster here. A little tiny star. Those little tiny stars are so cute. We're going to use that one in a second, so not that. Will this one fit? Do we have room for a blue? Yes, we do. Okay. And then we have two stars down here. I know that one is going to be this one. And a smaller one. Let's just do this pink. It's a little smaller, but I really like the color. Okay. There we go. All right, seashell time. This is such a fun little thing. It's like this eclectic mix of stickers, but the color scheme all goes together. So let's see which one is going to fit the best. They all have different amounts of bumps on these seashells. So I'm just trying to decide which one's going to work best. I actually think this one fits the size best, even though it's only got 5 instead of 6 little seashell bumps, but that'll do. Okay, now we've got the star. And then nautilus shell. There we go. And look at that. That looks so cool. So since this is a totally functional planner page, I am not going to worry about decorating everything right over here because I don't really want to cover up the full to-do list. Or do I? No, I think I prefer to fill this. Maybe I do some tapes. Do I do some tapes? No. This is a new tape and I feel like the color scheme, no, it doesn't quite match. Never mind. Okay, I was like, maybe it matches. Okay, we're gonna decorate down this first. And again, this is one of those things where I am going to be putting in pen, not purple, next to purple. I'm going to be putting in pen and ink later as I figure out exactly what I'm writing and filling out and all of that. I will not put in any boxes. I will not put in any highlighter or other things right now. I'm just kind of filling it in randomly at this point with these stickers. Okay, something there. Let's do a little shell, and we'll cut it right now because we know we can use that full other half in just a minute. Okay, so oh, that fills that little gap perfectly. Okay, let's do a tiny little origami crane. That's so cute. Okay, and since we have a lot of pink right in this region, let's change it up, get some yellow and a tiny blue star. And let's just go ahead and get this other seashell in. Okay, we've got tan there, so I was about to go to one of these tan shells. Nope. Let's go to a purple star next to it. And let's not do a green crane. Let's go for an orange one right here. We are just like mix and matching all the stuff on this side. We are not thinking about if any of these, like, we're not going in the order pattern that we did there. We're just putting things down at this point to fill the gaps. Then let's get right down here, let's get a beige shell. Even though we're next to another beige shell, it's a different color. So I think that'll work. Okay, we've filled it. We're gonna go ahead and trim that. That looks so cool. Awesome. Okay, look at that. I don't think we need anything else in here. As I'm writing, I will do highlighter or add boxes as needed once I figure out how I'm using it. But we have all these stickers left, so we should use them, right? I don't necessarily want to cover over that because I want the function, but I have an idea. What if instead of like drawing a box, we decorate a box with the small stickers that are left? So like these two are the kind of the largest ones I have left. We're gonna put them like that to be like around that, and then we're just gonna make the scene. Just work our way around with cranes and stars and see what happens. I don't know if we have enough. Let's start here and work our way out, and we'll fill in this if we have space. So this one is large too. We're gonna put it like this way, right in the middle, so it can form that. And we're gonna space things out a little bit more here. Not be completely pushed together. Now some medium stars will do the trick. Let's go with pink for some color variation. We're done with seashells. Yeah, I think we're good on stickers, guys. We may have even a few left. That's great. Okay, stars. We're gonna do the tiny stars here. And we're gonna get one more crane on each side. This one is a large crane. I'm gonna hold it for a second. I'm gonna put this crane here and one more star here. I'm gonna put 2 stars here, and that forms our box. So we literally have 2 stickers left. What I'm gonna do is fill them into these things so that it looks like part of our design, so that they're not randomly placed elsewhere, but I also don't want to leave singular stickers. Look at that. We finished the whole thing of these 3 sticker sheets from Angel and Hair. Okay, so I'm going to link all the shops down that we discussed. Kylie's Kiwi Crafts Co. and Angel and Hair. Happy Planner book is available today. So let's put this all together so we can flip through exactly what this all looks like. So I'm going to store these in here. And let's put this back in and see what it all looks like. So here's the middle. And we just insert it around this elastic, being careful not to mess up any of our tabs. All right. So this is where we're at. Again, I need to decorate this, like make a little sheet and have a like intro page here. But this is what we've decorated in this planner. I will decorate this at another point. We've put Amy down at least. That is a good thing. Here's the monthly page. Oh, one more sticker, guys. One more sticker. We need a July. So we're just going to grab this July sticker and put it right here for the start of the month. Nice. Okay, so we've got July, and then we've got this fun Dutch door in this little other part of the notebook, and then August we'll decorate in the coming month. All right, I can't wait to share with y'all how I'm using this. I am super stoked by this new notebook. So I'll link the brands down below. Remember, this Happy Planner, Happy Life Folio is available now, and it is at the Happy Planner website. By the way, these charms, I got this one from Amy Tangerine's booth, and this one from the Fabulous Planner. So I bet they're available online somewhere as well. So you can go take a look. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.